The following program is underwritten by the Nevada Irrigation District. Since 1921, providing clean and healthy drinking and irrigation water to more than 24,000 homes, farms, schools, and businesses in Nevada and Placer counties.
Hi, I'm your host, Lew Sitzer. This is NCTV Interviews, and we are celebrating community today. We have with us representatives from a lot of different areas. So first, Barbara Kaufman, Nevada City Council, welcome.
Welcome.
And Jason Foyer from the Leadership Institute. And Julie, help me with your last name.
Frenzel McEnroe.
Frenzel, so we'll just call you Julie today.
Okay, that's
Julie
good.
from Penn Valley
Chamber of Commerce.
Chamber of Commerce and also Citizens Bank.
Correct.
And Howard Levine, a regular on our show here from the Grass Valley Downtown Association. So glad you could all be here.
Thank you.
This is a big event that we're going to be celebrating, and it's called Be Local, Buy Locally. So how did this come about?
Be local and buying local or locally, however you want to say it. We're using locally for our printed material. Has been going on in Nevada County for a number of years. The Downtown Association, which I'm associated with, has been talking about that in their Main Street program and the businesses that we have in shopping downtown. Chambers of Commerce have been using it since their inception to keep people locally. So, but this is kind of a resurgence of the idea based on a number of ideas coming together. I think it has to do somewhat with the environmental movement and using gas. It has to do with sustainable economies. The Ag Department has been using it, with smaller farms like we have in Nevada County. So it's a synergy that has really just found the right niche at the right time to reinvigorate and bring it again in front of the people to remind them how important it is, and in front of the businesses to remind them how important our local customer base is, and to try and put those two things together so that we have a message that is a two-way street message, that locals understand the importance and the economics of shopping locally and buying locally, and that businesses, services, nonprofits, the ag people all know how important, we all know how important it is to sustain those in Nevada County.
It's also coming at a good time when we have a downturn in the economy, where we hear that there's more unemployment, where housing, sales, and construction are down. So it comes at a time where people need to keep in mind that the money that is spent here stays here.
Right.
And Barbara.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why the cities are involved. Both Grass Valley and Nevada City have representatives on this committee. And the cities are concerned because this is our tax base. The sales tax is part of what goes to build the roads and hire the policemen and make your parks. And also it's a thing that keeps property values up. You need a viable and downtown areas and shopping in order to keep people here, to keep property values going up, to have people to want to come and live here. That's part of why people live in Nevada, in Western Nevada County. So it's really important to city governments, to local government, that we keep as much of our spendable money here in the community.
Well, this is also the first time that you have a joint effort between Nevada City Chamber, Grass Valley Chamber, Lake of the Pines, also Penn Valley. You have the ERC, Economic Resource Councils, involved, and Nevada County Community Leadership has also gotten involved. So it's one of the first times you have a joint effort, everybody going in for the greater cause rather than the individual cause. So hopefully a little more energy, and it's for the entire Western Nevada County, not just individual cities.
Right. The idea, and again, it has been circulated for a while that it's better to buy local for a lot of reasons, and it's a way people can begin to better relate to the idea of community, because that's one of the reasons people move here, is that community is important. Right. And yet we still find people saying, if you read the union, that that they shop down the hill for various reasons. And it's a way, I guess, to introduce businesses. In fact, you're having a particular kickoff event.
November 5th at 7:30 at Sierra AM. Thank you, Barbara. AM at Sierra Cinemas. For businesses, we will have a continental breakfast, and we have 7 speakers who are lined up to talk that morning, and then a plenary discussion from 9 o'clock to 9:30. And we'll be Keith Porter will be speaking, Brent Smith from Sedco, Carol Schofield will be talking about customer service, Lindy Beatty will be talking about the relationship of purchasing and the nonprofits, Jeff Pileman from the Nevada County Ag Commissioner, the importance of sustainable agriculture in Nevada County. Jeff Pardini from Hills Flat Lumber will be talking about why his family reinvested in Nevada County and why they built a new facility in Nevada County. And then it will be summed up, well, Bob Breck will talk about a unified message, and then Carol Schofield will be our moderator and bring together the discussion, the panel, and the public, the businesses that will be in the audience, and kind of where we go from here. It's not a one-day session. This is not a one-day program. This is a lifelong program. And again, our businesses need education, and we know that. Citizens Bank does a lot in working with businesses and talking to them about being better business people. Sedco works on funding for businesses. There's a lot of resources for businesses, and we want to get the word out to businesses how they can get those resources and do a better job of being suppliers to the local community.
And of course, all businesses in Western Nevada County are invited to this kickoff event at Sierra Cinemas, 7:30 in the morning. It is free. I always emphasize this too when I talk to businesses about our Buy Local campaign, is that at this juncture there's no cost to businesses to participate, just a commitment to good customer service and a variety of other things that we have on a short commitment list, but it's a commitment to the consumers in Western Nevada County. If we're going to ask them to stay here and buy local as much as they can, we want our businesses to also make commitments. And so, and it's short. Though we'll have 8 speakers, they're all speaking for 5 to 8 minutes, so it's a lot of information in a short period of time, and hopefully some other seminars, some half-day sessions will grow from that.
It's really important that the businessmen and the business owners embrace the campaign. If they don't embrace it, we can't expect all the consumers to embrace it. So with this kickoff of this campaign, we really hope that we deliver a good message. We hope they embrace it, and if we have their support, we know we can trickle down through the rest of the community.
One of the things that I find is so important, having lived in the community a long time and being thoroughly invested in it, emotionally as well as financially, the customer service. For instance, Tess's is opening up a new store, moving down into a larger building, and it's going to be great to support her business. Part of it is just relating to a local business person who does a great job and you want to support. It's personal. It's sort of up close and personal. It's the same thing with Citizens Bank.
Right. I feel very fortunate to work for a bank that has a commitment to the community, not only in time, we invest in time and money in the community, but also we get the message out to, as Howard said, to our business people. This is what we need to do. You know, we need to thank people. Thank you for shopping locally. If they come in, we don't have an item or the merchant doesn't have an item, pick up the phone and find someone that does. Help them out. Help them help us be better business people.
Yeah. One of the things I love about going and shopping at B&C is that if I have a problem, I go back and they fix it. You know, it's just I know automatically that the customer relations are excellent, whereas frankly, shopping out of the community, you never know.
Right.
And you know, it's if you have a problem, you got to go find somebody somewhere to fix it.
And they're your neighbors. They're your neighbors that you're shopping with. And when we have something happen in our community, whether it's a disaster or someone needs something or a fire, who are those people that come back? It's our community. So we're helping each other.
And we can see when we have had those emergencies, the last major fire, when people really came together and were fantastic as a community, we need to realize that this is a time where we need to gather our resources and help support one another. It isn't an emergency, but it is an ongoing issue as to how viable our community is.
But we're not just, you know, when you're, by supporting the local business owner, or not even just the local business owner, but the local business. I mean, this is an all-inclusive event where this is not just locally owned and locally operated. This is, or just locally operated, Kmart's, the JCPenney's, the large companies are also being brought into this because they supply a tremendous amount of jobs. Our dollars recirculate here. Also, the tax base that they help generate for the community is large. And
they've been here.
Right.
They've
Right.
been a part
and
of the
they
community for a
employ
long
people
time.
that live in our community.
They support our local nonprofits. I mean, all the businesses support our local nonprofits. And the larger employers, by employing more people, create a greater workforce that can in turn then shop locally as well.
Yeah.
So
once you start pulling on that string, you start realizing that everything's connected. You know, Citizens Banks to Kmart to, you know, B&C. Everybody has employees that are spending their money at the movie theaters. They are going to dinner at our local restaurants, who are giving the waiters, the waitresses jobs, who are also taking their money across the street and buying Christmas gifts or birthday gifts. And so it just starts spreading. Also, that tax revenue goes towards you know, paving our streets and mowing the lawns in the park. All these things cost money, and if we drive on the streets, we need that money in our coffers to help pave those streets. So it's not just about making, it's protecting the community on the whole, not just making the businessmen, you know, these rich, wealthy people, if they exist.
We've seen, as we've been working on this, we started out with 4, 5 groups, the 2 cities, council people, the 2 chambers, the 2 downtown associations, the ERC, and then NCCLI and Penn Valley. And as we've been talking about this with our contemporaries, we see that Nevada County Contractors Association, even though they're independent, many of those folks, they're businesses as well, and they want to be associated. And then we see that the ag department, you know, talking about sustainable agriculture. And then when we talk about the nonprofits, you know, we're looking at benefiting. As everybody does better, that money circulates. So our logo is talking about circulation of money, of jobs, getting around the county, the word. And it all comes back to community. Community is why we are here. Quality of life is why we are here. And it is not there is not a separation between any of these things. Now, we understand that over a period of time, you know, things may happen, but our businesses, by and large, do a very good job in Nevada County, and we have an incredible opportunity in Nevada County that you don't see in a lot of other communities. And so we're trying to continue to sustain that kind of quality of life that we have here. So, and all of us have the necessity to possibly go down the hill to visit relatives, or you know, there's just something that may necessitate your trip down the hill. And we're asking that people think Nevada County first. You know, there are some things that might be difficult to get in Nevada County. We understand that. Or there may be something that just comes up that, you know, you can't pass up. You know, that's human. But in your day in and day out, for the public, you know, we'd like them to be thinking and having it on their mind that they're involved in the community, that this is a participatory kind of community, and we really want them to be in that fold.
To feel good about.
Feel good.
Feel good about it.
I
It
feel
should.
great. Whenever I spend money in Nevada County, I feel good.
Well,
It's also fun.
It is.
we realize that, you know, would never expect any family. So some families live paycheck to paycheck. You never would have to, if it's a cost saving, it's a significant cost savings. We understand that sometimes we can't buy everything here at some of the prices that we can out of the area. Try it. If you can't, we understand. This is not a feel guilty campaign about, you know, making sure you spend 100% of your dollars here. We would love to be able to do that, but in reality, it's not realistic. And
But that's also why we've embraced all the businesses in Western Nevada County, so that we are covering all the different kinds of services, all the different levels of business available, the discount stores, the higher end stores, the small coffee shop up to the elegant restaurant. Everybody is included in this.
So what kind of a commitment are you asking from the business sector?
Well, okay, well, we have a list of some things that we'd like businesses to commit to. First and foremost is customer service, which has to do with greeting customers when they come in, to listening to what your customer has to say, to referring customers on to some other local business. If you don't have what a customer wants, pick up the phone and call someone else and see if they have it. I mean, that happened to me. I went into Foothill Mercantile looking for something. They didn't have it. I was really surprised. They actually got on the phone, called 2 other businesses, found where that item was, and redirected me so that I didn't have to waste a lot of time hunting the item down. And that's what we're asking businesses to do. We have over 500 businesses in Western Nevada County. You can find most anything. So we're asking our businesses to help their customers find things. Parking, we hear a lot about parking. I mean, there really are a lot of parking spaces. But we're asking our businesses just to remember, don't take that special parking place yourself. Make sure your employees don't park in those choice customer parking spaces. In Nevada City, our chief of police has developed a map that shows all of the non-metered, non-timed spaces where businesses and their employees can park. And so, we're trying to encourage those sorts of things.
Honor your hours.
Oh, yes.
If you say you're going to be open, be open. It's important that customers, when they expect to be able to go into your shop, that they're there. Post your return policy, have a reasonable return policy, and post it so that all your customers are aware of what your policies are. We have a different business format where we can't take, every business has a different way of dealing with how they do things, because we are not a mega anything. We are a lot of independents in most cases. Even our Kmart is, not the biggest Kmart in the world. It's not a super Kmart. So there are things that are different between the stores, and that's partially what creates the uniqueness of Nevada County in each of these businesses. So, but be aware that for the business, that your return policies have to be out there and be reasonable, so that people know that they can work out something if it doesn't work, or people won't be buying things from you.
That's part of the presentation too. And Keith Porter, who was one of my groups with the Nevada County Leadership Institute, we did a survey of close to 500 people, and we had a dialogue of why they took their shopping elsewhere or why they kept it here local. And Keith's going to talk about that. And I don't think there's certain things we focus in on, customer service and some other small issues. I don't think it fits the community on the whole, but it is something. So it helps create that dialogue between the business owners and their consumers. And if the consumers want something, it's good for the business owners to listen. And I think most of our business people do that. They want to help we all want to make more money if we can. So if people want a certain item, they get told about that certain item. And you know, this whole campaign hopefully opens up the dialogue.
And I know from our telethon coming up on November 3rd that we have a very generous business community.
Yes,
I mean, the
we do.
businesses really support the nonprofits, which need support because mostly volunteer-based. And we know that a lot of businesses are already on board. Jason, I know that you developed or helped develop a list of 10 reasons why to be local and buy local. And maybe you should go over some of those.
Well, we first started brainstorming on why should people shop local, other than the fact of spending your money here is a good thing for us business owners or business managers. And there's a whole list of other things. Our police and fire department, that's how they get paid. By supporting local businesses, tax revenue then goes into that, the general fund that helps pay for these types of things. I'm on the Parks and Rec Commission for the City of Grass Valley, and we have all kinds of entities coming to us all the time wanting certain things, and we have a hard time just paying for the lawn mowing of our lawns. So by doing this, if we had just everybody in Western Nevada County chose to spend $100 more here, it would create $100 more dollars in tax revenue that would go into the coffer that we can go out and spend on these services. Also, our roads. We also help keep our neighbors employed. These are things that we don't always think about when we walk into the stores. We think about, how's it going to protect my family? Well, there's a lot of other things out there that are going to help your family. I mean, I love it when I walk into certain stores and it's people that I know, and my dollar that I was going to spending there is helping employ them, and it's a good feeling. When I go down to Roseville, and I go to Roseville, it's an event for me. It's like going to Disneyland. And when I go in there, it's fun. There's all kinds of things, but not the same sort of gratification as far as walking into Hills Flat and seeing the Pardinis and shaking hands and walking out of there and feeling like I at least had a relationship. It might have been a 15-minute relationship, but I had one, and it's nice.
And they care about you.
And they care about me. They take the time.
And we'll be posting the merchants who are participating in Buy Local, and we hope everybody participates. We'll have the poster with the 10 reasons just to help customers think about why it is that they're shopping locally. We'll have buttons. We're all wearing our new Be Local, Buy Locally buttons. And that, hey, by the way, that shows we listen. We were originally Be Local, Buy Local, but we were told that was grammatically incorrect. And enough people told us that though it's not quite as catchy, we at least will be grammatically correct. And so we are Be Local, Buy Locally. But if I can lean forward here. Businesses who are participating, this may not read well, will have a decal on their store that will let customers know that they are committed to providing them good customer service and being part of the Be Local, Buy Locally group. And once again, no charge to businesses. You get the buttons, you get the decal, you get the posters by making the commitment to be part of the community. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. And we hope to have these everywhere. So when people walk around town, whether it's Grass Valley, Nevada City, Penn Valley, they see these and it makes them think, oh yeah, I want to buy locally. I want to support that group. I want to support my community. So we want to have these yellow and green everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really great too that the community is enlarging, because for a while, Alta Sierra, Lake of the Pines, Penn Valley was somewhere else. And it's great to work together, as you said, Jason, the synergy of working together, realizing we are larger than Nevada City or Grass Valley. And of course our TV station reaches all those people now, and including Truckee. So we're part of the effort really to create a greater community and to create a more sustainable economy. And we see that when you read the paper, you listen to the news, and you see that fire services are needed, police services are needed, because our community has changed over the years, and we depend more on our public services for our own safety, health, protection. So it's important that we do support one another.
And this is the first step. This November 5th meeting, 7:30 a.m., is the first step in engaging a major number of businesses. We have room for 150 approximately. We'll see how many people show up. But it's our first step, and we want, as Jason said, dialogue. We want buy-in from those businesses. And we see a lot of opportunities as businesses come together for Western Nevada County for things that we can do, whether it's website related or card related or community related. When businesses get together and the community supports those businesses, there's no telling how strong this Western Nevada County can be.
Absolutely.
And
You know, I've been reading up on a lot of technology lately, and I know that with the higher gas prices, people are going to be less prone to go down the hill to shop. But there is the internet, which is a major competitor. And I'm thinking that we need to develop ways in which the businesses can participate in the local internet, where people can go online and buy from whomever
Right.
they need locally.
That is one of our plans further on down the line, is to have a central internet website where we have a listing. I mean, you can go and put in any item that you want and find out which stores carry that item. When we start doing those kinds of things, then it's going to start costing some money, and these organizations, the cities, the chambers, and the downtown associations aren't going to be able to solely support that. It's going to take some business money. A gift card is another plan, where you give a gift of the entire Western Nevada County.
Well, it sounds like lots to prepare for and good minds and bodies working on it. I want to thank you all for a great introduction and remind everybody that, please, Howard, go over the dates for us.
November 5th, it's Monday, November 5th, 7:30 a.m., Sierra Cinemas, 840, I believe?
7:30.
7:30, 840 East Main Street at Hughes Road and East Main Street. Some people call it Old Nevada City Highway. And there will be a continental breakfast starting about 7:30. Bear with us because we will be there.
RSVP?
And we're not asking you to RSVP, but you can if you'd like. You can call the Downtown
We
Association.
want to thank you all for watching. We've got to tune out now. Thanks, Howard. Thanks, everybody.
Okay.
Keep watching NCTV. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
That's it.
The following program is underwritten by the Nevada Irrigation District. Since 1921, providing clean and healthy drinking and irrigation water to more than 24,000 homes, farms, schools, and businesses in Nevada and Placer counties.